All right, you asked for it, so let's do it. Stuffed cabbage rolls. This recipe is really simple, guys. I know now after shopping for the ingredients why Grandma always made this. It is affordable and filling and just straight up delicious. Now, I used one pot for this entire meal, as you will see here. I chose a deep saute pan. It's probably about 2.5 inches in depth. And I just started out with some boiling salted water, and I'm peeling off the cabbage leaves, and it's really hard to get them off in one piece, but just do your best because I promise you, it's very forgiving. And then you're going to trim out the thick stem part so that they cook evenly. And we're just blanching them in the water here. You're not going for fully cooked. It's really more of a softening the leaves that you're looking for. So after a couple minutes, you just pull them out and drain them on a plate. After your leaves are done, we're going to get rid of that water, go back to the same pan but empty, and dice up a half of a white onion. We're going to saute that onion with some garlic, some olive oil, and you're going to heavily season this because this is going to be the main seasoning for the filling. So I used pepper, salt, I used some Italian seasoning, and I also went in with a bit of garlic powder and onion powder. I chopped up my parsley garnish for later while that was sauteing. And when it starts to become very fragrant and aromatic and sort of translucent, get yourself a mixing bowl. This is where we'll make our filling. So the onions go in the bowl, and in the empty pot is going to go 1 jar of your favorite marinara sauce, or about 1 quart. And I did rinse that with water as well. And to the sauce, I added Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. Now for the filling, you're going to need 2 cups of cooked white rice. I used 1 pound of ground beef, but honestly could have gotten away with a half, I think. And I had Link Italian sausage, but you're just looking for 1 pound or a half a pound, if you're making less than I did, of ground Italian sausage, 2 cracked raw eggs, and then mix. And yes, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty in cooking, and that's okay. That's what your grandmother did as well. Just make sure you wash and sanitize before and after touching raw meat. Once the mixture is thoroughly incorporated, it's going to feel almost like a meatloaf texture or meatball texture. We're going to get our cabbage leaves back out and start rolling. And again, this process is very forgiving. So even though there's a crack in the leaf or a split or one leaf is smaller or bigger, it doesn't matter. It promise you it will all come out wonderful. So just fill it up with as much filling as you think can fit and roll it the best you can and stuff as many as you can into the pan. Now you're going to want to cover the leaves with some of that sauce. So just spoon it over the leaves and cover it with a lid and let it simmer. This is cooking on medium heat, and you want to come back periodically and just recover the leaves with some of that sauce and just let it cook until that meat inside is fully cooked. And you're going to know too, because those leaves are super tender and soft. Then I just added my fresh chopped parsley and it was ready to go. I paired mine with a fresh garden side salad, and it was the perfect meal. I had so many of you requesting a recipe video on stuffed cabbage, and I'm telling you, you can make this. It wasn't that hard. I finished mine off with a little bit of fresh grated Parmesan cheese, and it was so good. If you have any other requests that I could cook in my videos to help you learn a new recipe, or possibly something that you always wanted to try but you thought was intimidating, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to make a response video. And as always, from my kitchen to yours, happy cooking.